Hi, in this video I will show you how to create something like this in Autodesk Fusion. Regarding this example, I will show you one thing that can be very useful when modeling in 3D. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new content. Now, let's move on to a new project and start by creating a box. Select Sketch Creation and create a sketch on the XY plane. Draw a rectangle from the center point. Place the center point at the origin and draw a rectangle with dimensions of 100 by 100 millimeters. We close the sketch, and based on this square, we will add an extrusion. I select this area, press the E key, and enter 50 millimeters as the length of the extrusion. We could also create such a solid using the box option, but we did it this way. Now let's move on to the next stage. Next, we will create a sketch on this face. Select this face and choose Sketch Creation. Here again, select the rectangle drawing command from the center point. Place the center point of this rectangle here. Notice that a snap has appeared here, which will place the center of the rectangle in the center of this solid. Click here with the left mouse button and enter dimensions of 60 by 50 millimeters for the rectangle. Then press Enter. Now this rectangle is fully constrained. We close the sketch and select this area. We press the E key and drag it into the solid by -10 millimeters in order to create a pocket in this solid, and click OK. Next, select the Fillet command and select this edge and this edge as the edges to fillet. Here, enter a radius value of 15 millimeters and click OK. Then select the chamfer operation, which means from the Modify menu, select the chamfer command. Select this edge and add a chamfer with a dimension of 10 millimeters. Click OK, and we have something like this. Now, to create these elements on the other faces of the model, we will use the circular pattern operation. This operation may not be related to creating additional copies on rectangular elements, because in the name we have a circular pattern. At least beginner users associate this operation with an operation that can be used on cylindrical elements. However, we can also use this operation on rectangular elements or elements of other shapes. They don't have to be cylindrical elements. We can use this operation on such solids as well. And before we add additional copies of these features on the other faces, let's create a copy of this solid. Expand the Bodies tab here. Select this solid and simply press Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Place the copy of this solid anywhere. This will be quite important, and I will show you in a moment what the difference is between how the solid is placed in this location and how it is placed in another location. For now, we place this solid anywhere in the workspace. Now let's go back to this solid. For the moment, we can turn off the visibility of this solid. We click this icon here, and the visibility of this solid has been turned off. Now let's go to this solid and create additional copies of these features on the remaining faces of the model. We will do this using the circular pattern operation. This operation is located in the Create menu, then Pattern, and here we select Circular Pattern. As for the circular pattern, we can create such a pattern based on solids, faces, features, or components. In this case, we will create this circular pattern based on the faces. Therefore, here as Object Type, select Faces, and then we have active selection of the objects based on which we will create this circular pattern. Just click with the left mouse button on these faces, as we will create the circular pattern based on these faces. Next, which is important, we specify the axis relative to which we will add this circular pattern. In this case, specify the Z-axis. Here, it is slightly obscured by the solid, but we can select this axis. After selecting this axis, additional copies of these features appeared, and here we enter the number of occurrences as 4, so that these features are placed on the faces of the solid. Click OK, and in this way we have created something like this. Now let's go to the second solid and do it similarly to the first solid. From the Create menu, we select the Circular Pattern option. Here we have faces selected, and we select the faces based on which we will create such a pattern. Then we proceed to select the axis, and note that we do not have any axis here. we need to create an axis around which we will perform such a pattern. Therefore, now I will cancel this operation and proceed to create an axis that passes through the center of this solid. We can do this in a few different ways, but now I will show you a relatively quick way. We will create two construction planes that will go through the center of this solid. To do this, select this face and with the Shift key select this face. From the Construct menu, select the Midplane option. We have created one plane and we click OK. Now we will create another plane. With the Shift key, select this face and this face, and from the Construct menu, again select Midplane and click OK. Now we have two planes. These planes are here in the Construction tab. Now with the Shift key, select these two planes. From the Construct menu, select Axis through two planes. Here, at the intersection of the two planes, an axis was created, and we click OK. We could also create such an axis in another way, but in this case, I think that this is quite a quick way to create such an axis. Now, from the Create menu, we select the Circular Pattern command. We select the faces based on which we will perform such a pattern, and we move to selecting the axis. We can select this axis. As the number of elements, we enter 4 and click OK. I turn off the visibility of the construction geometry, and in this way we have created such solids. If you would like to create a box based on such a solid, select the face that you want to remove and choose the Shell command. Then specify the wall thickness, for example, 1 mm, press Enter, and we have something like this. As you can see, with just a few steps, we were able to create such solids. In this video, I wanted to show you that the circular pattern works not only on cylindrical elements, but we can also apply such a pattern in the case of rectangular solids or other solids. I also wanted to show you how to create a construction axis. And we will end here. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.